Mutti,
What?
are you awake?
What happened?
You just played the show to 8,000 people who loved you. How did it feel?
I missed it all.
All right, some more questions for you, if
Okay.
you can follow.
I'm awake now.
It seems like you change your dresses a lot. Lots of people were asking me, where does he get his clothes from?
Mostly from thrift stores, charity shops. Does that translate? Second-hand, used clothes. It used to be more, but mostly now it's eBay.
Oh, all right.
I don't want to give my secrets because other people might start outbidding me, but just go women's clothing, sequins. But no, I've given it away now.
Thanks for the tip.
Yeah, well, you need it.
Talking about women's clothes, dressing up that much might have a certain gender mix in it. Let's put it this way. I'm pretty sure that not only women love you, but there might be a certain contingent of men loving you too. How do you feel about that?
All love is good.
Yeah, okay. We might go to this bar later tonight. It's Mutti's beer bar, I think.
I don't know about love with you, but...
In 30 minutes, you busted out a lot of energy. How long is your usual set? How many minutes?
Usually it's an hour and a half, so it's we kind of pace it a little bit more. It's hard to kind of condense everything into half an hour because we actually find that we work a little harder in that half an hour because we have to cram everything in, and we're just as tired now after half an hour than we would be for an hour and a half. So
living in California, does that make you lose your English roots, or do you go back a lot, or what might be the difference? How can we imagine that? Is it easy for an Englishman to settle in California?
I got two little kids. I just watch cartoons all the time. Yeah, there's quite a big contingent of English people over there. There's English pubs and stuff like that where people congregate, and so it's and with the. I mean, when I first moved, it was kind of pre-internet days. I never had a computer, so I was completely out of touch for like a few years. Lost touch with all the football and everything like that. Didn't know what was going on. But now it's much easier to be in touch with the world. I didn't drive before I moved to America, and I was like 34 years old before I learned to drive. I just rode a bicycle everywhere in England, but you live in California, you're forced into that car culture.
Would you consider the Addicts these days to be an American band, or is it still a strict English band? We do see the Union Jack quite often together with you.
Sure. That's our roots. And, if anyone asks us, we're from England or originated in England, but I don't know. We're cosmopolitan now,
Yeah, Viva La Revolution, a great motto of this band. What do you think about revolution? What is the message behind Viva La Revolution?
It's about the celebrating the perpetual state of revolution. It's like when we're in the midst of a revolution, we're all happy. Hey, there's a revolution. Everyone's on the streets, wanting to fight and party. But then that dies, and you get your new government, or it's worse than it was before, or you're back where you started. But it's just that moment of thinking we're in the midst of a revolution and enjoying that. That's what I was trying to capture with those lyrics, is that if you could just keep that going, just party, basically.
That's a very interesting statement, and I think a great place to be at if you consider like politics to be a big party and just make the best out of it. But you're calling for party in a lot of other songs too. So after having almost lived the punk rock life for so long, do you still feel party in you? Will you still be able to party and translate that to your audience, or is it just?
We hope so, as long as we can keep it going and make it real. I don't know if we got so old and so tired that we couldn't do what we just did, then I wouldn't want to do it. I don't want it to be anything less than it is now. It could be bigger. But if we were old and fat and just kind of going through the motions, I couldn't do it, because we have to, us having a good time is number one, really. That's why we're here. We're just here to have fun. We get paid a little and we travel and all that. But if we're not having a good time, what's the point? It's the same thing in any walk of life. Whatever you do, you have to enjoy yourself.
Will there be a party tonight?
At the gay bar?
Maybe.
But there's always a party. You know, it's just getting started. I'll go back to sleep now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Monk.
Night night.